Alright, so in the previous video, we sculpt the head. What we're going to do is we're going to bring it in, kind of position it, retopologize it, and maybe attach it. Maybe not, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we have a head here already. I'm just going to get rid of it. So I'm going to right-click, drag down to face, and I'm just going to go ahead and click and drag over the whole thing and hit delete. So the head is gone. Yay. That's the thing. Okay, so you can see there's 8 sides. So let's go back to object mode. Come on. Object mode. Great. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and bring the thing in. So you might need to do this. I think by default 2020 seems to already have it in, but it might not. So go to Windows, Settings Preferences, Plugin Manager. And then when you scroll down, basically these are, well, they're plugins. So they're like extra functions that it could do. So OBJ is not a native Maya format, although actually it is because it actually was made by Alias back when it was Wavefront. But anyway, it's not part of its thing. It's not an MV file. So what you want to do is in the first section, you can see there's like multiple sections here. In the first section, scroll down, you'll see Obj Export.mll. Just make sure loaded and auto loaded is on. As long as those are on, then you can import it. If they aren't on, then it won't let you. Okay, so just make sure those are on. Then do File, and we want to import. And find your head. So I have this to Maya. Import. And it's Gigantosaur. It's great. Okay, so I'm going to grab it. I'm going to hit R for scale. Scale it down a little bit. Like so. I'll hit F to frame. I think that's perfect. We should just make it like that. I'm just going to pull it up here. And maybe scale it down a little bit more. Okay, and pull it down. And maybe scale it up a little bit. Just roughly try to place it. It doesn't have to be perfect, I guess, because we can scale it afterwards. Alright, so now I have this head in here. We've imported it. We're good to go. The geometry here, if you look at it, is not like our other geometry. So what we did is we sculpt this head, but the actual geometry is terrible because it's all tris and it's not usable. It's very high poly. So what we're going to do is we're going to retopologize it. So what that means is we're going to draw a new model over top of this model. That's basically the goal. So to do that, what you got to do is you have to make this model live. So click on the model, and then you see over here we have like grid snapping, curve snapping, point snapping. Right here, the one that's just a magnet with nothing, make sure you're in object mode, click on that, and then you're going to see the model name will show up there. And now you can't select the model, but basically anything that you do is going to stick to its surface. So to give you an idea, let's say I make a cube, don't do this, I'm just showing you. You can see when I move this cube around, it's just sticking to his head, which is perfect because basically that's what we're trying to do. We're going to draw polygons, and then the polygons will stick to the surface. So we haven't been using this so far, but we're going to use it now. Up here you'll see this modeling toolkit. Okay, so click on that. It's going to bring this. It looks like Minecraft, right? I want you to scroll down, and basically these are the most common modeling tools and stuff that you would use. It's the same idea as what's over here, like the shelf is shortcuts. This is just a shortcut to make it quicker and easier to model. I don't usually use it too much just because it's taking screen real estate, but you'll see this one here that's quad draw. What does that look like? It's up here too. Where is it? I don't know, but it's up here too. But anyways, click on quad draw, and one of the nice thing is, this is one of the reasons I want to show you. For one, you can get all the tools here. If you go down, you'll see keyboard mouse shortcuts. You can click on this, and it'll actually tell you, and it does it for all of the tools. It'll tell you what the hotkeys are. Basically, if you press on these modifier keys, how it changes the function of them. All right. So anyway, this is how it works. You draw dots like so. You just click, click, click. Hold Shift, and then you click, and it will create. You can create like polys. That's what it's doing. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to draw points over our character's face here and redraw polys, and that will become our new shelf. So make sure you have Object X on up here for the symmetry. And this is the way we're going to do it. So be careful. Do it just like I'm doing it. Okay. I'm going to go in the center of the eye, right? So like here and here, okay? So I'm going to go there and there, right? And then here and here. Then I'm going to go vertically, halfway. So here to here. So I'm kind of doing the eyelid, here to here. Now, if I held shift, let's see if it'll do it. You can see that would make these, okay? But you can see there's obviously not enough resolution to do it, okay? So I'm I'm just going to break those now into halfway. So I'm just going to go here and here, here and here, here and here, and here and here. Now hold shift, and while you're holding shift, click. I'm holding shift the whole time. Click, 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 click. And you're going to see we're going to end up with 8 total edges. Remember, I like to do things in 4s, 8s, 16, 32. So we'll end up with 8. So that's good. We're going to leave that one alone. I'm going to go down to the mouth. And it's going to be a little bit different. So if you click and drag, you can drag your points. And you're going to notice that when they get to the center, it's actually going to snap, which is what we want. So I'm going to click and drag basically to the bottom of the mouth. Click and drag to the top of the lip here. I'm going to do the same thing here. Click and drag. Click and drag. We're basically doing the lips. Go to the halfway mark. Click and click. Again, if I go, that's probably not going to be able to do it. Anyway, so you can see we could do this, but that's obviously not enough. So now we're going to go halfway. I'm going to click and click and click and click. Now hold shift, and we want to do this one to here. And then this, you're going to see you're going to struggle a little bit. So what you can do is I can click on this point and I can drag it. So drag that one over here, drag this one over here. Now hold shift. Boom. Good. Now it made it. I'm going to click and put this back where I actually wanted it. Put this one here. All right. And then, come on. Oh, no, had it there. Just so you get an idea, this is a loop. See how like it can go all the way around? It shouldn't like start from one end. It wants to go all the way around one circle. Just like we did with the eye. If you look, see it's a circle that's going around. Imagine it's a train track. The train should be able to go all the way around the track. All right? Okay. So we're going to actually, it sounds weird, we're actually going to work basically from the eyes out. Because the eyes and the mouth, because those are the two most important things. Everything else is more aesthetics. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to move this one in a little bit, and I'm just going to click, 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 click. So basically one for every corresponding point. I'm going to hold shift. Now yours might be a little bit different because depending on how your model looked, you know, how your sculpt was, you might have like some areas bigger or smaller, so you'll need to add you know, more or less the divisions and what have you. Come on, there we go. All right, good. Okay, and I can click and drag this, and we can kind of click and drag that. So I'm going to do one right to the bottom of here. So we'll go here to here. Let's go ahead and complete that. And then I bet we can get one more. We'll do one more. There to there. To here. To here. Snap. Good. Okay. Boom. And come on. Boom. Put that in a little bit. Okay. All right. Now, to do the nose, I'm going to do this. So watch me. Then you do. I'm going to click and drag the center one. Click and drag a center one. Click and drag a center one. So I got 3 vertical in the center. Then I'm going to click, click, click. Hold shift, boom, and boom. And then I'm just going to make sure that this looks somewhat roundish. Okay? That's my starting point. Now, I'm going to build from there. So I'm going to go here, to here, to here, to here, to here. Hold shift. So you can see now we made an edge loop that goes around that. Alright, now let's do this little part here. So I'm just going to go boom, 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 and boom. Stupid thing. Come on, undo. There. Come on. You can do it. Prominently. Come on. It's going to do it. Come on. There it goes. All right. Sorry, it's like I'm holding it and it's not, I think the computer's struggling, to be honest. Okay. So, that's good. All right. So, now what I'm going to do is go here and here, up on the nose. And I'm going to try and maybe go like this. And then I'm going to go here. So let's undo that one. So I could probably, I guess we're going to pull this one all the way up to this line. So you can see right here, right? I can hold shift and connect that. And I'm just going to click and click. Boom. And then connect this. Alright. Now here we're going to have to kind of split it. So I'm going to hold shift, go like this. And that. So, because I need that space for the nose to come around. And then I have, I'm not going to really worry about a nose hole because we're kind of doing like a cartoony character anyway. So I'm going to go here, hold shift, and then I'm going to click here. Come on. Oops. Make sure this is snapped together. Like that. Good. And now, you can see this is kind of like could be connected, right? There's not a lot there. You can actually just watch. I can go, it'll snap to it, which is nice. So you can actually just pull them right to it. So I'm just going to pull this guy to there until it connects. Good. I'm just going to pull these a little bit tighter. Oops. And so if you need to move them around, just move them around. And I'm just going to add one there. Boom. And then I'm just going to go around this mask. I'm going to put a point all the way around. Come on. Like so. And then again, here and here. Good. You can see we're getting kind of this face more or less good. So I'll put one here. And then we'll put one here. I thought I put drew a point. There it goes. Come on, you can do it. There it goes. Let's just... Man, it's super unresponsive right now. So like that, and then I guess we'll just put one here. Super happy with that. It's a little bit stretched on this one, but I think we're just going to live with it. Okay, and then here, and here. Come on. There, and here. Boy, there it goes. There it goes. Hopefully yours doesn't have as much delay as mine. My computers have better days. Here. Okay, and then I'm going to put one here. Oops. I'm going to drag one there, and this will go here. Good. Alright, and then I'm just going to continue this line down. So I'm going to go boom, 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 and boom. And we'll just call this the start of my jawline. So I'm going to go like this. Come on, you can do it. Boom. And then I'm going to do one more above here. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to treat it kind of like a box. So we have a front, side, back, and then top. That's what we're kind of going to model. So now I've got, which is the hardest one, we've got the front panel down. Notice that I made edge loops basically around the eyes. I made it around the nose. I made it around the mouth. Look at this mouth, and it could probably use an extra one. So if you hold Control, it will, and click, it will make another one. Another thing you can do is, see how like it's kind of cramped in here, a little rough, like it's not a nice even line? If you hold Shift and click over it, it will smooth out the lines. But you have to be careful because if you go like, let's say I do it in here, if it does anything, come on. You can do it. I might start to lose like definition. So only put it in areas where it kind of makes sense, where it's large, broad areas, like the cheek will be in the forehead and maybe the side of the head. Those kind of things are where you're going to want to put them. Okay. All right. So now we've done basically a front panel. Let's come around to do the side panel and then the back panel. And I'm just going to line up and basically do the same thing here. So I'm going to go boom, and boom, 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 boom. I'm going to go right to where the ear is. more or less. So we're going to go boom, boom, boom. Not like that. Come on. Like so. Alright, so the ear, we're just going to simply kind of simplify it. I'm going to make it basically these two shapes here. Okay, so I'm going to go boom, boom, and boom. Okay, so it's like this. Now what we're going to do is kind of round it around. Kind of like what we did with the nose. I'm going to go here, and here, and here, and then here, and then here. You'll see kind of how this works in a second. So these two are obvious, right? So I'm kind of like cutting it, and you can kind of see, right? I'm trying to create like a box, okay? And then here, I'm kind of doing a similar thing. And here, oh, not what I clicked on. There it goes. Okay. Kind of a similar idea, right? Now, I can do this a couple different ways. I could try, if these edges are close enough, if they're too far away, then just make a new one and go like this. And then you just have to kind of go down the line. I'm going to do it this way down here, just so you can see. So I'll just, okay, like this. Okay. So like that. But if it is close enough, like let's say this one is, I can just take this and just snap this one to this, and that's good enough. And I'm just going to click and hold shift. Alright, and then we'll click and click. I'm just going to move this one over a little bit. Alright, and we're basically almost past the ear, so I'm just going to go kind of to the edge here. So hold shift and click kitty clack. Don't come back. Like so. And I'm going to use this little weird thing here as the jawline. Like, if you have to have like a weird imperfection, just go ahead and use it, right? So we'll go like this, and this will become the line that I use for my jaw. So you can see there's a nice line here that goes from the ear, just like it would be if I hold control. You can see it, right? From the ear down and around the jaw. So that works pretty good. All right. So now we're back here, and now I just need to complete it. So I'm just going to click and drag and make sure I have a point for each thing. Hold shift. Cool. Good. There it goes. A lot of delay going on. Okay, now I want to do is come up and over. So what I want to do is look at my front panel. So if I look at my front panel, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 across. So what I want to do is have my back panel also have 8 across. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold control and cut this up. And we'll just hold shift to kind of smooth this out. It's not really working because there's like a weird delay. But anyway, so 1, 2, 3. Do I have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. Okay. So we're going to cut this across. So I'm just going to go, I'll have to do a couple just to get it there. So I'm going to put one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And come on. There was 1. So you might need to move them. So I'm just going to click and drag this one down. Come on. You can do it. There. Jace, come on. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to do 8. So, boom. Okay. And then I'm just going to take these and pull them forward a little bit so that I have the necessary geometry. I'm just going to again do 4. So, just about halfway this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay. So, let's. Come on. And it's really not. Computer's really struggling. Okay. There. Ah! Come on. There. No, that's not right. Stupid thing. Just gonna pull this guy up. See if that's enough to get it to do the right. Oh, come on. Boom. Okay, so there's 1, 2. So you might have to move your points around as you're going, just so that it will. Oh, it had it for a second. I thought about doing it. Oh, there's a sweet spot in there. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. There's that one, and then there's this one. So yeah, you might need to move your points around just to get it to connect. And then, is this close enough? Nah, we're going to have to put another one. So, boom, boom. Let's just do one at a time just to make sure they connect. Boom. Boom. Okay, come on, rotate. There you go. And this. Alright, and now we're just going to connect this across. Come on, you can do it. Ah. Or maybe you can't. So, there. There. Oh, that was a cool move. There. There. Okay, good. And you can tell that it wants to not work correctly, so we'll just boom and boom. Okay. So now I've got the basically the back going to the front, so those match up. And now I just need to fill in this area. So the way we're going to do that is, if you look, I got 1, 2, 3, right? So you might have, depending on how many you have above, you can see it's not super great. So I'm just going to hold Control and add another one there. And maybe add another one here. And I'm just going to hold Shift and try to smooth that out. And I don't remember adding one that was really super tight right here. I'm going to hold Control and Shift at the same time and just delete that one. Okay, didn't do the whole thing for some weird reason. I'm not sure. It's not. Okay, that's really weird. Okay, I think it's just struggling. Like I said, my computer doesn't have a video card anymore, so I think it's struggling with what it's doing. So we're going to call that good. We're just going to connect this basically up. But I need the same number above in order to kind of basically support it. So this one's clearly the center, so I'm just going to go ahead and connect that one. And then it looks like we have enough anyway. So I'm going to click this one, and then I'll hold Shift and connect this one. But I could definitely use a little bit more. So I'm going to hold Control. I'm going to click here. And I'm going to click here. And I'm actually going to add one this way too, because you can see it was kind of whatever. So once that's done, you can see how it's real jammed up here and then real spread out here. I'm going to hold Shift and just, hopefully it'll work. And I'm just going to rub this. Just keep rubbing. Hopefully yours will be a bit more responsive. Mine, like I said, it's just, I think with my video card, it's just kind of giving up the ghost here. And I'll do the same thing on the outside here. Just kind of rub. Rubbity, rub. Good. Okay, so now we have that going. That's acceptable. And now we just need to make that fit here. Now, what I want to do is, let's go ahead and just get this jaw kind of a little bit better. So we're going to go like this. And then I'll, I guess, go like this. And like that. This. And we're just going to go around. All the way around. Try and get basically the start of a head hole. Oh, I clicked on you. Okay. There it goes. Alright. So, that looks acceptable. So what we're going to do is, let's do this real quick first too. I just want to fill in this hole here and the hole down here, so it's real easy. You put one point in there, you hold Shift, and that worked great. Let's try this again. I'm going to move it over here a little bit, and it does not want to do it. Okay. Let's see if it'll do this one. It's so weird. There. Oh, no. I had it for a second. this one, like that. Then here. Then pull this one this way. Come on, give me the one I want. No? That's what they hardcore about. Not being good. There. There. And now that's at least filled in. So just so we don't have a hole in the face. And then here it's the same thing. We're going to go like this. Oops. Cut these across like that, and then click here. And hopefully, it did it, but then it moved. Okay. Undo. There it goes. Okay. That one. This one. And then just this one here. Come on. There we go. Okay. So now we've got the mouth in there. We got that. That's great. Okay. So now we're going to do is we're going to make it unlive. Boom. Okay. I'm just going to go to object mode. So now I made it unlive by clicking this back off. And now I'm going to go to object mode, and it's, so we're still in quadro. I'm going to switch tools. So what I want you to do is click on the mesh that you brought in, and just go ahead and, like we added the image plane, just go ahead and add them to a new layer. Click on this, and just call it like head sculpt, and turn that off. And that way if you need it later on, it's there. And what I'm going to do now is basically this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to delete this neck, like so. And what we'll do is I'm just going to double click this edge loop for the neck here. Control E for extrude. W for the move tool. W. And pull it down and scale it in. And basically just kind of shove it into the head there, like that. Now, obviously do a nicer job and what have you, but this will, that's basically what we're going to do. We're just going to shove it in there. And nobody will be none the wiser. Because that's all I'm doing. I just shoved my head into this shirt. Nobody knows. Okay, so, and you can see it's a very scary face. I'll probably make a new one because this one's terrifying. But it gives you a rough idea of how you want to do it. So you want to sculpt the face, you bring it in here, and then you're just going to draw the topology over top of it. Don't get carried away with the details, because you can see clearly you're not going to get them anyway. And then you're just going to plop it in there, and we're going to stuff it in. And that will be your head model assignment. Okay, so when you're done with that, just save this, zip up the Maya project folder, and submit it onto Black.